Hello friends, myself Advocate Deepika Singla. As you know that I am providing you all type of notes related to law, judiciary, etc. In today's lecture, I will discuss with you general exceptions under IPC 1860. So let's start today's lecture. So firstly, what are general exceptions? Exceptions are the defenses provided to the accused. Section 6 of IPC declares that all the offences in IPC are to be read with subject to general exceptions. An accused can be prevented from criminal liability of any illegal act or omission done by him. Section 105 of the Indian Evidence Act 1872 says that the burden of proof to prove general exceptions in IPC lies in the accused. मतलब accused को prove करना पड़ेगा कि उसका offense general exception के under आता है. Next, general exceptions are from section 76 to 106 under chapter 4 of IPC, but in today's lecture we will discuss section 76 to 79. So, section 76 and 79 are covered under mistake of fact, and section 77 and 78 cover under judicial acts. Section 76 and 79 are excusable acts, while Section 77 and 78 are justifiable acts. Excusable acts, for example, कोई अनसाउंड माइंड पर्सन एक क्राइम कमिट कर देता है बट ही कैनॉट बी हेल्ड रिस्पॉन्सिबल. उसे हम रिस्पॉन्सिबल नहीं मानेंगे बिकॉज ही वॉज नॉट हैविंग मेंजीरिया. क्रिमिनल इंटेंशन उसकी नहीं थी. And 77 and 78 are justifiable acts. Justifiable acts is one which would have been wrongful under normal conditions, but the circumstances under which the act was committed makes it tolerable and acceptable. So let's read this section in detail. First, section 76. Nothing is an offense which is done by a person who is or who by reason of a mistake of fact and not by reason of mistake of law in good faith believes himself to be bound by law to do it. It means act done by a person bound or mistake of fact believing himself bound by law. We will discuss this section with an example. First example is based on bound by law. In first example, superior officer soldier को order देता है fire करने के लिए. So here जो A soldier है वो bound है. So he has committed no offense. In second example is of mistake of fact. कोर्ट ऑर्डर देता है ऑफिसर को कि वाई को अरेस्ट करो. इंक्वायरी करने के बाद उसे लगता है कि जो जेड पर्सन है वो वाई ही है एंड उसको गलती से अरेस्ट कर लेता है. So officer has not committed an offense because he has arrested by mistake of fact. He does not have any criminal intention. So next, section 79. Nothing is an offense which is done by any person who is justified by law or who by reason of a mistake of fact and not by reason of a mistake of law in good faith believes himself to be justified by law in doing it. It means act done by a person justified or mistake of fact believing himself justified by law. Under 76, we have studied that person is bound by law, and here under section 79, person is justified by law. ये section भी हम example के साथ समझते हैं. So here A ने देखा कि Z ने मर्डर किया है and A acts in a good faith and brings Z before the proper authorities. A Z को proper authorities के सामने ले आया, but Z was acting in self defense. Z ने अपने आप को बचाने के लिए उसे मारा था. Here A has committed no offense, क्योंकि उसकी कोई criminal intention नहीं थी, उसने good faith में किया. So here it is justified by law. Next, Section 77. Nothing is an offense which is done by a judge when acting judicially in the exercise of any power which is or which in good faith he believes to be given to him by law. It means act of judge when acting judicially. Remember that judge must prove good faith. So, in this example, A is a judge. वो जज जो है वो बी को डेथ पेनल्टी की पनिशमेंट देता है बिकॉज जज को लगता है कि बी ने मर्डर किया है, बट बी ने मर्डर नहीं किया होता. सो हियर जज इज नॉट लायबल फॉर द मर्डर ऑफ बी बिकॉज जज ने ये पनिशमेंट गुड फेथ में दी थी. सो ही इज प्रोटेक्टेड अंडर सेक्शन 77. So essential elements of this section are: first is good faith, second is done by a judge, third is acting judicially. So the last section of today's lecture is section 78. This section provides protection to officers acting under the authority of a court's decision or order of a court of justice, act done pursuant to the judgment or order of court. इस सेक्शन में अगर कोई ऑफिसर कोर्ट की डिसीजन या ऑर्डर के अंडर कोई एक्ट कर रहा है तो वो इस सेक्शन के अंडर प्रोटेक्शन ले सकता है. इसकी एग्जाम्पल ये है. A, an officer of the court arrested B following the court's order. Here A has committed no offense. So this is all for today's lecture. Next section I will discuss with you in the next videos, because if I discussed all these sections in one video, it becomes lengthy. So if you like my video, then like, share and subscribe. Thank you.